Hello everyone, so in today's video I'll be going over the Helicon Matilda pack. Well, a full in-depth review now of the Matilda. So first things first, this pack is on the Woodland Tactical website. It's about, if I remember correctly, I think it was about $140 something, maybe 150, maybe 160. But so you see this rucksack is an extremely well-made rucksack. It's a internal frame rucksack based off of the Philby, not Philby, but the Alice pack. Now that you've seen there is my new travel pillow. You might see me do a review video on it sometime soon. But anyways, so as you can see, it's literally just an internal framed Alice pack. So I have some wet wipes in it because, you know, eventually when you're out there hiking, you will have to use the bathroom, or when you're in a combat zone, you will have to use the bathroom eventually. And then I have a Fiskars folding handsaw because, well, let's face it, you will have to have a handsaw set up for your cold weather kit. Also, it's nice to even have it for, like, you know, summer. Because if you get a little wood stove for heating up your stuff, then you want some wood for it, obviously. Some drink mix in my rucksack. Mostly stuff I have left over. Then I had some of this stuff for a fire starter. Basically, it's just melted down Vaseline, and then some wood chips are nice stirred in melted Vaseline to make fire starter. I got some more fire starter here, which is just basically a dryer lint and cardboard tube. Got some more fire starter. That being cardboard fire starter chunks. I got a blowtorch here. Also, this rucksack, I've been beating the absolute crap out of it, because when I go take off a rucksack, I throw it to the ground. Now, important thing to note is that I did have a hole burnt in it right here. Now, obviously this isn't the company's fault, this isn't Helicon's fault, because I had some loose matches in here with the matchbox in there, and when I threw it on the ground, some lit by themselves, because, you know, you scratch against the part that you hit on, and then it just lights them up. And then in another pouch, I have fire bag of dryer lint. I still need to melt down some. Oh, and I have some more wet wipes. Don't want to go home without that. I got some of this stuff because this stuff will kill poison ivy in like 3 days. you always want something to wipe your butt with if you go out into the freezing cold, or if you go out anywhere, really. So I carry those with me in my rucksack. Now for the money, this rucksack is great. Now in the main compartment, I'll show you my stuff. So I have a bit of an MRE right here, some tortillas, got a MRE spoon in there, and then I have a ration in here. I'm on my last ration. This right here is basically just my my camp French coffee press. Then I got some cheese spread with jalapenos. And now I will show you my cold weather gloves. Well, these are my cold weather layering gloves. Basically, I layer with my thin slate gloves. I have some paracord. I have some spare socks. I need to get better socks. I have a steel bottle, well, cup for pouring in liquids. I have my Ushanka, which I need to at this point put away my cold weather gear. And then here's one of my cold weather gloves I have right now. Definitely not the best for cold weather, but not terrible. And then I have some wool blend socks. And I have some base layers in here. Base layer bottoms. Got the rest of an MRE in here. And I have one, in my personal opinion, probably one of the best cold weather items that I have ever. And that's my Patriot fleece. Very, 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 very good cold weather jacket. I love this thing. Keeps me really warm. I've walked around in the extreme, I'd walked around in the cold when it was like 14 degrees or less out, and it was warm. And then I have my merino wool, not merino wool, but I have my fleece balaclava. Great, great, great piece of cold weather gear. But yeah, this is literally just an internal framed Alice pack. I don't remember what kind of corridor they use on it, but I would imagine it's anywhere from about 500 to about 1,000 the corridora. Helicon is known for making pretty dang good stuff at a beginner's price. Stuff that is like mid-tier. It's not the best stuff, but it's definitely a lot better than the usual stuff at the same pricing. Heck, there's even stuff that's like F tier, like Condor, and they're about I think like oftentimes that's like $100+ easily, and they can hold up to abuse. So overall, Helicon is very good at making very affordable cold weather gear and other stuff. And I got this travel pillow for, I think it was normally about $20, but I got this for like $12 offline. Basically, I just don't want to, you know, to get a, I don't like laying my head on the bare, you know, sleeping pad. I want a little bit of comfort, because I'm fine with being freezing cold. I am not fine, however, with being freezing cold and being uncomfortable. That I am not fine with. Overall, though, I think I may need to start just emptying all my cold weather gear at this point. Now, I have some stuff in mind that I'm definitely going to be focusing on getting soon. Like, for example, I'm going to try and get a British Army PLCE short rucksack. Those things are about 100 liters and they work great with belt kits, and they're internal framed. Now, I will say, normally internal framed rucksacks are normally very comfortable for anywhere from about 14 to like about 60, 65 liters. And then that's about the point where they stop being comfortable, or where they're staying comfortable. However, though, the moment you start to raise it to about 70 liters, that's where the comfortability ends. And that's where external frame packs are far more comfortable. And I have some other stuff that I put in my rucksack, and I'll go get those to show you what they are. Sorry about that, I had to go get the other stuff, but another couple things I carry with me in my rucksack at all times is, well, the first item is the camp pan. Now, if you're concerned about what model you should get, don't worry about it. I would normally say just go for like fire maple if you want more of a better quality. But honestly, price tag doesn't have anything to do with quality. It's mostly just about weight. Yeah, there sure are some that do depend on price tag for quality. And I have a kettle here, as I like, you know, tea, even though I'm not, you know, British. Oi mate, where's the tea? Anyways, oh, and then I got my camp pot. As you can see, I've used this a decent bit. No, my last video on the my kit setup, I had a King James Bible. I no longer go by the King James Bible, as I'm, you know, Orthodox. I'm starting to go towards Orthodoxy. So, oh, and then here's my stainless steel plate. I use this to eat off of. And then I have a fork. I wanted to get a spork though to replace, you know, my other silverware. So then I only had to, you know, carry one item. Now you see, this is the problem carrying multiple different pieces of kit, is that you may not always be able to fit your cold weather gear and your cooking kit into your rucksack. But however, thankfully though, this pillow is small enough, and since it's shredded up, shredded up memory foam, it's super easy to push down. And then I have a 64-ounce steel water bottle. I'm wanting to get side pouches to put on this rucksack, so I can have 132 ounce there and 132 ounce there. But basically I fill up my rucksack. Here's a tricky part. Now, closing this up. Now, I normally don't really mind the weight anymore, as I've gotten fairly strong. I'm not gonna say I'm definitely not gonna claim I'm the strongest man out there, but I mean, I would definitely consider myself to be fairly strong. Oh, and sometimes you may put too much weight in your rucksack, or you may kind of strain the buckles, and stuff like this happens. Now, this is not Helicon's fault at all. This is just me straining it without realizing that I could just release some of the stuff that would prevent it from allowing me to tighten and untighten it. So this is not Helicon's fault whatsoever. But overall, if you want a cheap rucksack that will last you more than likely a lifetime if you know what you're doing with it, get the Matilda. Very good rucksack. I could not recommend this rucksack anymore. It's very good. I love this thing. And I will be replacing these patches at some point with Orthodox patches, just because, having the Christian cross on the American flag is very counterintuitive and is kind of cringe, to be honest. But yeah, overall, very good rucksack. Like I said, if you're looking for a good rucksack for a very low price, get this. Very good pack. Alrighty, folks. That will be all for today, and you guys have an amazing day.